Good afternoon, welcome to Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda Fowler. It's Tuesday the 16th of February and this is the Inspiring Inkin Facebook page. If you are here, could you say hello? Whilst I check that we're live. Make sure my sound's down. Yeah, we are good. Fantastic. How are we today? How are we all? It's pancake day. Are you having pancakes? Shrove Tuesday, if... Hi, Karen. Hello, Lynn, Michelle, Maureen, Margaret's here. Michelle and Lynn are saying afternoon to everyone. Oh, my glasses need a bit of a polish. Oh dear. So, how are we? Is it raining where you are? It's raining here. I'm hoping it's going to clear up by the time I've finished for today so I can go out for a walk. I haven't been out for a walk for a couple of days. Kiva does not like the rain. And, you know, even even her old lady bones don't really want to go out in the rain. But Brian and I will often go out without her, just so she can stay home and have a nap. But I'm hoping that it's going to be dry later. Oh, that's better. I can see you all now. Lynn had oat pancakes for breakfast. Donna's here, Becky's here, Jan's here, Nicola's here, Lisa's here, Jen's here, Gillian's here, and Susan's here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, normally we have sweet pancakes, lemon, sugar, and this year I've decided I'm going to make, it says crepes, but it's pancakes. It's ham and Gruyere cheese and mushrooms. So that's what I'm going to be making for tea tonight. Just thought we'd have a change, really. Lots of veggies. It'll be good. Oh, it's raining in Wales apparently, says Sheridan. Marlene's here as well. Lots of people saying hello to everyone else. So, what has been happening in your world? So tell me something exciting. Yeah, and the thing is, none of us are going anywhere. None of us are really doing anything. So I'm asking for you to tell me something exciting. It can be anything. Like Lynn said, she had oat pancakes for breakfast. In my world, that is exciting news. But if you've got anything exciting, that would be lovely to know. Did anyone get any Valentine's cards? That would be good to know as well. Marlene's saying it's tropical in Nottingham. I don't think so. I spent the first 20 years of my life in Nottingham. It's never tropical. Ooh! I just read what you wrote, Karen, and I read spring onion basket pancakes. That's not what you wrote. Spring onion breakfast pancakes with a fried egg and bacon on the top. Were they fluffy pancakes or what I class as British pancakes, skinny pancakes? Scylla is saying afternoon. Faye's saying pancakes after tea whether hubby wants them or not. Ooh, she's got an order for a card. Well done. Hi Judith. Hi Anne. Gillian's making 14 ATCs. Goodness me, that is a blast from the past. So, what size are your ATCs, Gillian? Many moons ago, pre-Stamping Up, so probably 15, 18 years ago, I was very active in some groups that made ATCs, and they are called artist trading cards, and they're normally the size of a playing card, and you do all sorts of, you decorate them, and they're great for showing techniques, and they're great for swapping. And Gillian's obviously part of a group that does that. Oh, lemon and sugar for Susan. Oh, Karen's saying they were skinny pancakes but made with a rolled dough. Never ever heard of a pancake made with a rolled dough. I think you're going to have to share that recipe, Karen. Oh, Anne, that is such good news. She's had their COVID jabs yesterday at 8:15 and she hasn't been out that late for months. Exactly. We don't go anywhere. Hi, Trish. Right, so yeah, so Gillian, so they're 3.5 by 2.5 inches, so the same size as a playing card. Ooh, a vegan fluffy pancake topped with berries, maple syrup and toasted almonds. Lisa, we need that recipe too. So Jim is complaining that I'm distracting Marlene and she's being neglectful. That just made me laugh because sometimes, Jim, Marlene logs in with your name. Nutella. Oh, Sarah, that is yummy. So, how is France? How are you doing? What kind of lockdown are you guys in at the moment? More lemon and sugar, lemon and sugar, lemon and sugar. Yeah. See, lemon and sugar. It's good. It's good. Yeah, so when we have sweet pancakes, what I call British pancakes, skinny pancakes, but to be honest, we eat American pancakes more than we eat British pancakes. And I love salt and sweet, so think salted caramels, salt and sugar on my popcorn. So with my pancakes, I love butter, maple syrup and bacon. And maybe some berry compote on the side. That would be, yeah, that's kind of my deliciousness. Curfew between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m, says Sarah. But no lockdown. So that's good. So you can see people and things then, but you can't go out in the evening. Ooh. Judith makes her pancake with mashed banana instead of eggs and it works. Oh, wow. That sounds lovely, Pat. She's had a fabulous afternoon tea delivered for her birthday from her lovely sister. Is that I don't know whether you have more than one sister, Pat. Is that the sister I know? Roz is here. Good afternoon. Chris. Oh my goodness me. That's even better than my ham and Gruyere cheese. Smoked haddock and mushrooms in a sauce. Rolled in the pancakes and baked in the oven. Yeah, I love smoked haddock. Yeah, it was, Tessa. That's good. I don't ever suppose. Oh, but that's brilliant. Well, send Tessa my love too. And Claire's here as well. So I think we are mainly lemon and sugar on the pancakes, and a couple of savoury pancake eaters. But yeah, I'm just, all I can see now in my eye line is Chris saying smoked haddock. Love smoked haddock. I love kedgeree. Yeah, and fish pie. So I've got to make fish pie at the weekend. No, Friday. Oh, that's great news, Pat. So Tessa's going to be retiring in a few weeks, so then she'll be able to watch live as well. That's really good. Okay, so what do I have to tell you? Well, in the exciting news in my world, I had 6 boxes delivered on Friday, 3 boxes yesterday, and I think I've got 3 more boxes coming this week. I'm very excited. Poor UPS man's arms are like dragging on the floor from carrying all the boxes. But my parcels have finally arrived. So those of you that have been going through this pain of these deliveries with me, my parcels have arrived. And on the tracking that I've done, all of my customers' parcels, sorry, I've got hiccups now, from the end of December through to about the 15th of January, which was the parcels that were giving us the most problems, they have all now been delivered. So all the parcels I was tracking, everyone's got their parcels. What seems to be happening now is it's about 14 days from when you place an order to when you get it. So it's a bit slower than it is normally, but I guess that's to be expected. You've got additional checks and customs and stuff to go through. So things are moving, and in fact I placed an order at the beginning of February, and that also arrived yesterday. So, you know, things are moving. So let's have a look. Hi Martha, how you doing? How's your lovely house? Oh, Val's having her COVID jab this afternoon. Hooray, hooray. That's really good. Really good news. Do please share this video. Where you type a comment, there should be a little arrow and a share button. If you'd be kind enough to share it, that would be really lovely. It just means that I can reach more people, which is really good, and hopefully more people will come and hang out with us on a Tuesday afternoon and maybe watch my videos and other things as well. So what else do I have to tell you? We have, so it's the 16th today, so you've got 12 days left for celebration. And oh, I do love it when a plan comes together. Right, just chat amongst yourselves while I find the brochure. Hi Stella, Texas is in the house. How are you doing, Stella? And how is Texas? Is it chilly? I'm sure I saw somewhere that said that you guys were having cold weather, which is kind of weird. Hi Gillian. Oh, Julia, thank you for popping on. I'm so sorry that you had a bad reaction to your vaccine. You're the first person that I've heard of that's had a bad reaction, but I'm pleased you're all good now. Okay, so this is what I want to talk to you about today. 12 days left to get your free stuff. And I know that for a lot of you, you've only just got your January stuff, but I think it's important that you know what amazing stuff there is. So I have shown you most of the stuff that is in this catalogue, apart from page 12, 13, 14 and 15. So let's just go back to the beginning. So we have got, let's take a deep breath. I'm under and start again. Okay. So, if you spend £45, you can, for free, pick from the following. So you've got this paper pack. You've got the awesome donkeys. You've got a lovely birthday set. You've got this ombre paper. You've got this stamp set, which is called Corner Bouquet. You've got another stamp set called Heal Your Heart, which is really lovely. And it's got some sympathy sentiments in it, which, as much as we hate making sympathy cards, it's always nice to have a good sentiment set. And this paper pack. What I haven't shown you is what I'm going to show you today, which is there are two different stamp sets. One comes with a pack of paper as well, and they are free if you spend £90. And obviously, because they're kind of like a double, almost like a double set, because one, you've got a stamp set and a paper pack, and the other one is a really cool double set. So I'm going to show you those today. So, you know, it's always nice to see the stamps up close and personal and using them. And I've got some cards with different techniques to show you. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've got 3 cards that I'm going to show you. Very, very simple cards, but it's more kind of about the stamps and the technique. Kind of, yeah. But I'm showcasing the stamps. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, so that's really cool. So I'm going to turn the camera around in a second, but before I do that, can you tell me, is the sound okay? I did team training this morning, and the sound, I was sounding like a Dalek, apparently, which is really worrying. So I've swapped the cables around, and I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. So I'm going to check the messages. -4 in Texas, Stella. Goodness me, that's rubbish. Rubbish. Oh, well done. Well done, that husband, Val. She got a stamp and cut and emboss machine from her husband. 70th birthday. Happy birthday, Val. Kerry's here. She's actually really here today instead of sneaking off, and her head teacher, because it's half term, her head teacher's not going to shout at her. Viv's here. Yeah, you see, Stella, I don't know what -4 degrees Fahrenheit is. Can anyone tell me what that is in centigrade? Oh, Lisa said that she knows a 72-year-old who had a bad reaction as well. That's a bit rubbish. 7 a.m. in Calgary, Alberta, says Deborah. That is, you know, that is true dedication to the cause, Deborah, to be here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Anne's had an Amazon delivery. Yeah, sound is all good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Catherine. And Vanessa's here. And Sue's saying it's cold. -4's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Right. So, slurp of my peppermint tea. I've got some cards to show you. I need to take a breath today. I'm quite scatty today. I don't know what's going on, but I've got so many things. I think I must tell you that. I must tell you that. So I must tell you is, if you are joining the February craft along, which is due to take place a week today, the 23rd of February. The kits are going out in the post this afternoon. Yay! Brian and I have been working hard, and I've got muscles where I didn't know I had muscles from die cutting. But the kits are going out in the post, so they're going out first class, so they will be with you ready for craft along next week, hopefully. Obviously, different people's post and stuff is different all over the UK. Sarah, I'm hoping that yours gets to you very quickly. And yeah, so fingers crossed, but we are good to go next Tuesday. And for those of you who have been so amazing and patient about the January kit, I'm hoping to get that out at the end of the week or the beginning of next week, and then I'll send out the video as well. Basically what happened was the stuff for the February kit arrived on Friday and the stuff for the January kit arrived yesterday. So I made the decision that I needed to get on with the February stuff, so that wasn't delayed, and then I'll get on to the January stuff. Are you confused? I'm confused, honestly. I've got so many boxes and so much kit, it's just everywhere. So I'll be pleased when it all goes in the post. It'll be good. Minus 20, Sarah? What? Stella? That's ridiculous. How can it be that cold? Oh, you're very lovely, Faye. Thank you. She's saying it's fine. I'm so grateful. Everyone's been so lovely. And each week I kind of say, oh, the parcel's on here, the parcel's on here. And now they are here. It's like, so much stuff. It's good. It's good. So I am very excited. Yeah, definitely a bit chilly. Tell you what, Donna, I'd be under my duvet. Under my duvet with that kind of weather. That's just crazy. Crazy. But then I'm guessing Alberta, Canada is a bit chilly, Deborah, as well, isn't it? So there you go. Right, shall we do some crafting then? No, cards. See? I told you. Now, I don't know whether I've shown you some of these cards or not, because they were on my desk and I'm fairly sure I haven't. And then I got 2 this week. So if you've seen these before, I'm going to apologise, but actually seeing cards again, it's lovely to see cards that other people have made. So this is from the lovely Val. We're loving the dragonfly. This one is from Angela. Some fussy cutting there of the flowers. This one is from Katie. This is the Sunshine kit. The Paper Pumpkin Sunshine kit, which is really lovely. This one is from Lorraine. I love this because it opens this way, which is really cool. Now this one is from Trish, and I don't think Trish is here today. Normally I show you the handmade cards that I receive, but this one has come all the way from Australia and I adore it because look at all the animals on it. And it's really lovely actually that Trish sent that to me all the way from Australia. It's really cool. with lovely notes. Thank you, Trish. That's really kind of you. And we've got this one, this lovely one. This is from Rosie. Get well card, which is really cool. And then this one is from Marlene. And this is a handmade card from Thailand, and it's actually mulberry paper, which is really beautiful, and it's really textured, really lovely. So Marlene, thank you for that, and thank you for the stamp set, the swap. So that's really good. And then this one is from Judith, which is really lovely. And look what she's done there. She's sort of offset the circles, which is really pretty. I love this circle set. So there you go. So aren't I the lucky girl with all of these amazing cards? Okay, so what I'm going to do, turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you these products that you can get. But let me see what I can do with the camera. Let's see. Right. Okay. So I am going to have to bear with me a second, because I'm just going to have to move the microphone down so the cable isn't taut. So let me know. Can you still hear me and see me properly? Right. Oh, okay. Oh, let me just show you my nails. So I've got colour changing nail polish on, and it's sort of a burgundy and a blue. And I noticed earlier, it kind of looks like my hands are mouldy. My nails are mouldy. It's really weird colour. You'll see as we go along. But yeah, it's really weird. So if you've not seen my colour changing nail polish before, so it's like this burgundy colour. If I stick it in my tea, it goes blue. It actually goes bright blue. And then it kind of goes back to this burgundy colour. But it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not sure that I like it. Right. Let's have let's have a look. It looks a bit weird. Right. Okay. So here we go. So this is the first stamp set. This is actually the one that I am going to be using today to show you. This is called A Touch of Ink, and you've got line art images and then like a watercolor effect. So this is good for two things. It's good if you like to colour in, but it's also good if you don't like to colour in, because you've got the watercolor effect, and I'll show you that in a second. But the first thing I'm going to show you is this. So this is like a 2-pack. So you get the stamp set and you get the patterned paper as well. Now this also coordinates with the Sweet Strawberry bundle, which is on page 44 of the Spring Summer Catalogue. So this is the Sweet Strawberry bundle. So you've got this strawberry stamp set and then this punch as well. And then this kind of all coordinates with it. So it's just really cool. So let me just show you that. So where is the stamp set. Here it is. Okay, so the stamps are only 90% the images on the front, so they're actually bigger than that. And in the same way that the touch of ink is two-step, this is as well. So you've got like a line art, and then you've got the coloured in part, and it's textured as well, so you'll get a gradient colour. Really, really lovely. And obviously you can put berries on. And then you've got this really cool paper. Now let's show you the papers. So you've got leaves, you've got strawberries, and this is it just looks so watercolory, so pretty. And then the reverse of most of these reminds me of picnic tablecloths. They're really cool. Blueberries, which are my favourite. And little dots. So these are like raspberries or tayberries. That's really cool as well. Look, such beautiful, beautiful paper. So that's free with a £90 spend. So you get both of those. So that's one choice. And then the other choice is this, and this is what I'm going to be using today. So the first thing that you need to know is the pictures here are at 65%. So if I just show you the bird, you can see how much bigger this is compared to what's on the front. Yeah, it's huge. Same with the butterfly. It's huge. It's got some really nice sentiments. Best wishes, thank you so much, thinking of you, and hello friend, and hope and love. You've got the two-step bit, so you've got the butterfly and its inners, and the same there for the flowers, the leaves, and the hummingbird. Then you've got these lovely little dots, and then you've got like a spare leaf, and its inner bit. So it's a photopolymer set. It comes in 2 sheets, and you can see that some of the stamps are missing because obviously I've started prepping for this. But again, just like the berries, you have got texture in this stamp. So it's like you've got tiny little dots, and it will give you a gradient of colour, which is really cool. So this is just beautiful. Right. So, like I said, I've got 3 different cards. I say they're different. They're actually not different. They're all very, very similar. But I wanted to show you. So the first thing, I'm pretending to be on Blue Peter today. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is actually you could just do a really lovely card with no colour whatsoever. So if you had a black card blank, which I don't have here, but that would just be perfect, just as it is. Love it. But what I am going to show you is using the stamps to colour this in. So it's a photopolymer set, so make sure that you're using a foam mat underneath. And I've just gone with 3 colours. So I've got Melon Mambo, Granny Apple Green and Coastal Cabana. So I'm just doing some very simple stamping. Let me just pull that down a little bit so it's all properly in shot. Let me get the stamps out. So we've got this one. Now these stamps haven't been inked yet. So what I am going to do, let me just move that out of the way, is I'm just going to stamp them a couple of times. So photopolymer stamps, a few things to know about them. The first is they are, when they're in the molds, there is like a release agent, and it's the same actually with red rubber stamps. There's a release agent on them, and you need to ink them and clean them a couple of times just to make sure that's all gone before you'll get the truest image. Photopolymer stamps also stain. So this stamp, I'm going to put it on pink, but pretty much they always end up pink. I don't know why. It's obviously the pink dye. The pigment in the pink is the strongest for that. Pat's saying, does Stampin' Up sell a foam mat? Yes, we do. It's called Stamp and Pierce mat. I think it's $4.75. It's really cool. I have several, so I use one for poking holes and then one for stamping on. Oh, Stella, I'm so pleased to have helped. Right, let me just make sure I've got water on that. I've got my chamois. So this is like foam as well, actually, but it's wet. It's just got water on it, so I can use that to clean. So I'm just going to ink that up and stamp it and then clean it. And looks pink already. And then just do it again. That's so cool, isn't it? And then I'm just going to do the same with the other bits. Da, da, da. And again, can you see the shading? It's just so cool. Woo! Oops! That was very nearly a disaster. Bear with me a second. I need to go and get some tissue to mop up the tea I've just spilt everywhere. Oh. Oh no! Oops. See, I was getting too enthusiastic there. All right. Honestly, I'm a disaster waiting to happen. Right. There we go. Right, let's try that again. Whew. Okay. I was just getting too enthusiastic with that then. Right. There we go. So, I've cleaned those and done that. So let's get this image, and I have just stamped this with Memento Black. And I will show you, because I'm using this image a couple of times, so I'll show you how I actually did it in a minute. But yeah, I've just drawn it. I've just coloured, just used Memento Black so that in a minute I can do some colouring in. and it's dry. Okay, so what's Faye saying? How much water would you recommend on the chamois? Haven't used hers yet. Honestly, Faye, lots of people have things in their cupboard that they haven't used yet. Okay, so what will happen, you might be able to see here, this is quite stiff. Depending on whether or not it's dried out, you might just need to soak it. And basically what you want it to be like is soft like this. Okay, so just let it soak until it's soft, and then I just don't kind of scrumple it like a tissue. Just give it a I just kind of roll it in half and just give it a gentle squeeze. You don't want it running with water, you just want it to be damp. And I keep mine in an old stamp case, and when you've finished with it for the day, or when you finish cleaning your stamps, just leave it open, let it air dry, and then, you know, just rinse it again when you're going to use it again. It will go hard when it's dry though, so yeah, don't worry about that. And when it gets too dirty, a bit like this, when it gets too dirty, either sling it in the washing machine, not with anything else because the ink will come out, or, you know, get your rubber gloves on and a bit of soap powder or fairy liquid or something, and just give it a wash. And basically all you're trying to do is get the worst of the ink out. It will stain depending on what you're using. It'll never go back to the really pale pink colour that it was. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp the leaves. Now, be aware, this is what I would call an artistic stamp set. If, when you're doing your card or your project or whatever, if you want everything to be coloured inside the lines, don't use this stamp in the set, do colouring in. What you will find is this is designed to approximately fill in the colour. It's not designed to be a perfect match, okay? So don't worry if you are not perfectly aligned. It's designed to look like that, okay? It really is designed to look like that. It's not that I'm stamping it wonky. That's fairly usual for me, but there we go. So that is going there. That's just so cool. It makes me feel like an artist, because at the end of the day I can't draw. So I love this. Were you shouting at me? Nearly. Cool. That was a lucky escape. Right. I'm having a really bad day. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Hang on. Yeah, we're all right. There we go. Okay. So there are the leaves. Okay. Right. So Judith, what's the difference between Memento Black and Stays On? Okay. Memento Black is for using your blends with. It's a water-based ink. It's slow drying, so it does take a little bit of time to dry, but if you're using alcohol markers, this is the ink that you use. StazOn is a permanent solvent-based ink, and if you're going to use watercolors or markers, you would use StazOn. You can't use alcohol markers with StazOn because it bleeds. That's what Sarah said too. Thanks, Sarah. Gordy's here. Yeah, so Faye, exactly the same as the scrub. Let's have a look. What's in my tea? Yeah, peppermint, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because I like peppermint, but yeah, it's a bit crazy today. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to use the Melon Mambo. I'm just going to move this around so I can kind of aim ish. There we go. Look at that, and it just comes to life then. And then I am going to use the Coastal Cabana for the bird. There we go. And I love that it's got, can you see, it's got these little cutouts and things, so it just gives it all texture. So let's get that assembled, because as always with a really simple card, the mats and layers that you put on will make the difference and will make the card sing. So I've got a Coastal Cabana layer. This is going on to a Granny Apple Green card blank. Like so. And then I've got this just on the inside. It's always nice to have a decorated inside of your card. There we go. Okay, so that is just using the stamps. I mean, it was lovely before the colour, but actually with the colour it's just really pretty. Okay, so that's sort of just using the stamps. So now I did the same the same layout again, but this time I just wanted to show you with the markers how quickly and easily you can colour this in. So I'm using blends, and these are our alcohol markers. And the amazing thing about these is basically they don't leave lines. So they do what is, you know, what it says on the tin. They blend. Now I'm just using one colour here, and they come in a pack of 2. So they come with a light shade and a dark. So, excuse me. So in this, this Granny Apple Green, I've also got a darker Granny Apple Green, and all I'm going to do is just give a little bit of a hint of colour, the darker colour, along the centre vein on the leaves. And again, I'm not going to go back in and blend. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm just just leaving it as sort of fairly abstract. There you go. And I've got, what have I got? I've got Flirty Flamingo for the flowers, and I've got Mango Melody that I'm just going to do the pollen. I don't know anything about flowers really. Is it the stamens that are in that have the pollen on them? Ooh, that's a bit bright. Let's try. There we go. And again, all I'm doing is just adding a bit of colour. I'm adding the darker one and I'm going to come back in with the lighter one. So I am going to do a little bit of blending on these. But if you've got watercolour markers, like our Stampin' Write markers, or you've got watercolour pencils, that would work really well. I've been using so far the brush tip, but when I actually blend, so when I'm actually moving the ink between the two colours, oh, that's got a darker colour on it, just clean that off. When I'm going between the two colours, what I do is I use the brush tip because it's a tougher tip, and it just means that I can kind of colour in backwards and forwards. Might help if I picked the right marker. There's the light one. Definitely something weird in my tea today. And then I've got Bermuda Bay for my hummingbird. And hummingbirds are amazing. They come in so many different colours. I am actually going to put a little bit of green here on his head. And then add in the rest. Maybe put a little bit of green on his wingtips. There. There we go. So if you like to colour in, this is a great set to colour in as well. So let's just mount that one. That's exactly the same layout. The card is the same in the sense of, you know, I've stamped the images exactly in the same way. But that's two different ways of colouring it in, either with the stamps or with the markers. Thank you, Barbara. Let me finish this and I'll bring the other one in and just check on the messages before I make the last card. Right. Do-do-do. I'm trying to tidy up as I go along. So I don't stick my fingers in the ink pad, because that is absolutely what's likely to happen today. Right, so let's move that out of the way. Okay, so there you go. So there are two very similar cards, but not similar at all. In the sense that, you know, we've done something different with both of them. So pretty. And as always, it's the stamps that are doing the heavy lifting. They're the things that are, you know, making this beautiful. I mean, the sketch, the way these images are sketched is just amazing. But it just shows you that you can get different effects using the stamps in different ways. So that's those two. So the last way of using these stamps, I thought we'd go purples. So I have got some lovely colours. So I've got Magenta Madness, Gorgeous Grape, and Pacific Point. I'm going to need the Granny Apple Green as well. So I've got these. I'm going to use the butterfly. So let me just, I don't need that. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to clean some of these stamps off so I can get the I'm trying to speak. I promise I'm trying to speak. I need the blocks. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm not going to put the flower stamp on. I think I'm just going to use the leaves. Put the hummingbird away. Look at the state of my hands. I've made 2 cards. Can't take me anywhere. So that's the flower stamp. I'll put that away. And whoop. Best wishes. I'm going to use that as well. Okay, so I need the butterfly inside. That's what we're calling it. The butterfly image itself. Will that fit on there? Yeah, it will. So that's good. And the leaves and the leaf inners. That's good. Okay. Right. So one of the things that I do, I've changed the kind of size of the mats and layers. I've gone kind of with a different size layer today. Normally this is kind of my normal mat and layer, but I've actually sort of got a bigger gap here. And what you can do is when you're playing around with how you're going to lay something out, I often use the acetate just to make sure that I can fit what it is that I want to on this card. So basically what I want my butterfly, and I want some leaves, and I want my sentiment down at the bottom. So I'm just kind of checking that I've got enough space for what I need. And I'll get my mat underneath again. I'll get my memento ink out. So I'm going to put my sentiment on there first, because that will then drive where everything else goes. So my butterfly and leaves. So I want the leaves to go along this side, and then I've got my butterfly is not going to fit. So after all that, it's not going to fit. So let's use the emergency side and go in reverse. Every cardstock has an emergency side. Let's just try that again. There we go. And then we'll put the leaves on, and then we'll squash the best wishes in wherever it needs to go. So I'm going to put my leaves there, so it just kind of looks as though the butterfly is kind of coming into land. And then I'm going to put the best wishes right smack in the middle. There we go. Okay. So that works. Let's get the leaves coloured in. And then I will show you what I want to do with the butterfly. Okay, I might put some more leaves on in a minute, we will see. So I'm just going to put this to one side. So this, the butterfly wings hasn't been inked up yet. So I am just going to ink it and clean it off and show you. So it's like it's been watercolored, so you've got like brush strokes. It's also got these tiny dots that give you texture as well, which is really, really lovely. Okay, so just make sure you know when you're stamping which way up your butterfly is going. Okay, so let me just, that's actually got some ink there. You can actually see where the wings are going. So this sort of double wing, as it were, that's the top, and then you've got the center, and that's the base. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use sponge daubers, and I've got a sponge dauber for each colour. And this is a great tip, something that you can do with any of your stamps where there is quite a lot of space that you can colour in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the very top, and I'm going to put this Magenta Madness, And then in the center, I'm going to put the gorgeous grape, and I'm basically, what I'm doing is I'm just overlapping a little bit, and then at the bottom I'm going to put this Pacific point. I'm just going to go back over that bit with the magenta madness a bit more, and then let me just show you. I'll just stamp it out so you can see. Now, because it takes you excuse me, because it takes you a little bit longer to put the ink on with the dauber, give it a magic huff. And basically all that is you breathe on it and make this noise. And basically you're putting moist air from your breath onto the stamp. It reactivates the ink. And then it will stamp beautifully. Okay? So this is giving us a lovely ombre effect, which is what we're going to have on the butterfly. I'm just going to ink it up again. And then just sort of go over and blend those two colours together. Give it a magic huff. And then line it up with there and just give it a good old press. And you've got a lovely ombre butterfly going on there. Now you can do this with as many colours as you want. Just be careful you don't put too many colours on, because you'll end up with mud. And kind of steer away from your reds and greens. You'll end up with mud. But yeah, so that is kind of the technique that I wanted to show you. So let's have a look. Before I carry on with the card, let me just see. Oh, Lynn, I'm so pleased you've got your card. Lynn's one of my team members, and she's just promoted, and she's done really, really well. I sent her a congratulations card. Good to say, nice to see the comparison. Margaret's really excited because she's got this set. Thank you, Stella. She loves the colours. Val's dropped an ink pad but caught it before it hit the floor. It was Melon Mambo. Yeah, that's a disaster. It hits the carpet. Deborah's saying, what would I do with the little dots? Oh, I'll find the little dots. There we go. Have I got a small block? Yes, I have. So little dots, see, I love little dots, and I would just kind of add them. So let me just see. Yeah, has a little bit of background texture, not like snow, but a little bit. Yeah, and you could do different colours as well. So yeah, like that. You can also, obviously, because they are tiny dots, so I haven't actually got one of the outline images. Hang on, I just stamp that. So you could, like with the dragonfly, with the butterfly or the bird, you can actually do it as like a ground for them, or even kind of going off to denote that they are in flight. So there we go. Let's have a look. By Faye. So pleased that you liked that. Oh, brilliant. Awesome. Right, so let me just close these up again. Pop them out of the way. Ooh! And get this card stuck together. Look, my nails have gone like the weird blue colour now, look. I'm not sure about this polish at all. It's a weird colour. Right. So let's just stick that down. So this is going on to a gorgeous grape and then Highland Heather layer. And then I'll bring in the others so that you can see. Move the stamps out of the way as well. Let's just flatten that out a bit. So it's, oh, look at how wonky is that? Oh my word. Sometimes I don't mind wonky, but that was just a little crazy, even for me. There we go. All right. So let's just pop that down, pop that down. And hopefully you can see the three sort of variations of the cards. So obviously this one at the top, you've got just purely stamped, you've got coloured in with blends, and then you've got the sort of ombre effect with the butterfly. So again, the important thing with this ombre effect, when you're inking it up, make sure you go light colours to dark colours. Use separate sponge daubers, because I can guarantee that you won't remember which sponge dauber you've used on which colour and you'll end up with a mess. Put your light colour on, then your medium colour, then your dark colour. Give it a magic huff like this. And then stamp it. And that will give you this lovely, lovely sort of effect. Right, look at the state of the hands, honestly. Can't take me anywhere. So I hope that you have enjoyed these cards and having a look at the Touch of Ink stamp set. All of the products that you've seen today you can purchase in my online store, and if you go to www.inspiringinkin.com you can find a link to my online store there, or if you're on YouTube or on Facebook or on my blog, you'll find clickable links as well to all of the products that you've used. Now this stamp set, this Touch of Nature stamp set, Touch of Ink stamp set, let me just move that, is available for free with a £90 purchase. So when you place your order in my online store, you'll be prompted for your celebration choice, and you can pop that down as your choice. It'll be £90 before postage, so just keep an eye on your totals. and then you can get it for free. Rosie says she needs to get ordering. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. You've got 12 days left of celebration. So do, you know, make sure that you get your orders in. I will remind you next week. But, you know, as all these things do, we tend to get busy and then we forget. And I always end up with people messaging me to say, oh no, I've missed it. So yeah, do get your orders in. So let's have a look. Oh, thank you so much everybody for all the lovely comments. Llewellyn says she always enjoys my videos. That's really good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay. The measurements of the layers on the butterfly card. Okay. So, Lisa, I don't know whether you've seen, for this style of card, I've done, so all of my measurements are on, I've got a YouTube video and they're all on my blog with the standard measurements. This is actually, instead of an 1/8 of an inch difference, it is a 1/4 of an inch difference. I'm just going to get some grid paper because I think I know, but I will check. Hang on. So, yeah. So the base of the card is 4 inches by 5 3/4. This gorgeous grape layer, oh, it's 1/2 an inch difference. Yeah, so normally, let's start again. Normally the difference is a 1/4 of an inch on my cards. This is 1/2 an inch different. So this is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. So the darker purple layer, the gorgeous grape layer, is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4, and that makes this vanilla layer 3 inches by 4 3/4. And the difference is a centimetre. So if you work in centimetres, it's a centimetre difference on each layer. Does that make sense, Lisa? Yeah, good. Awesome. Yeah, it's just nice to do something slightly different with the different sizes. Yeah, Jackie's saying that she likes the larger borders. I do too. I think it really makes a statement. The reason that I don't do that more often is because I've normally got too much stuff to put on the card and there's not enough space on that size. But it's more of a statement, I think, sometimes when you do it that way. Okay, so take care of yourselves till next week. Enjoy your pancakes, those of you that are having pancakes. And I will see you next Tuesday back here at 2 o'clock. Take care till then. Bye-bye.